American golfer Bryson DeChambeau has soured many people.
The current U.S. Open champion.
My goodness. Well, I did not know I was going to be coming up here today, but I got to say thank you. And what the president done in this term has been incredible, right? It's the greatest economy that we've ever had, and just to be serving on the President's Council of Sports, Fitness, and Nutrition has been such an honor. And the First Lady looks so beautiful, by the way. And I'll say cheers to the greatest economy that we've had in a long, long time.
With even Rory McIlroy taking a shot at the MAGA-backed athlete.
Yeah, I won't pretend to be up here and defend Bryson. I'm not particularly fond of him. I think a lot of it's performative. I think a lot of it's for attention. And yeah, to hold the tournament hostage like that and have all of us, volunteers, players, everyone waiting on him to depart, I didn't feel like it was a great look.
He's a conspiracy theorist.
Do you believe they actually played golf on the moon?
Oh, I don't. Conspiracy theory, I don't know. Look, Elon says we've definitely gone there, so I tend to go that route because he's the man that knows quite a bit about all that. Artemis just went around the moon. So I do believe if we spent a lot of our resources like they say we did, I think we did. I don't think the footage is real, but I think we did go to the moon.
Where Buzz Aldrin would likely have something to say about it.
Why don't you swear on the Bible that you walked on the moon?
Please?
Why don't you swear on the Bible that you walked on the moon?
I'm not trying to get in the middle of anything.
You tell him to get out of here.
This is a hotel.
We'll call the police.
We pay.
Come on in here, we'll call the police.
Solicit
You like that?
Why don't you swear on the Bible that you walked on the moon?
It doesn't, sir, I don't have nothing to do with this, but
Okay.
you cannot solicit on this property.
We just paid
now,
to rent out the penthouse to shoot up there. So
you can't solicit like this on this property.
keep shooting.
All right, well, then I'd go through my measures.
You got to keep shooting, man. Okay, well, you can put it on your shoulder. Don't be shy.
Just come with me, Buzz.
You really like attention, don't you?
You're the one who said you walked on the moon when you didn't. Calling the kettle black, if I ever thought of it. Saying I misrepresented myself.
Away from me.
You're a coward and a liar and a thief.
Look, there is no hiding it. DeChambeau aids and abets fascism.
What's up, Trump golf family?
What really gets me is the following. According to the Telegraph's James Corrigan, DeChambeau threatened to call Donald Trump after he was given a 2-stroke penalty at the Open. DeChambeau was deemed to inadvertently improve his lie, which means he thought he shot a 66, meaning he would have played with the final group on Saturday. When he was told of this, he threw a fit that took close to an hour and held up play for everybody. The broadcast even showed a 2-box of DeChambeau from earlier in the tournament and the live shot. More from the Telegraph. Despite being shown video replays that many, including Rory McIlroy, have since declared as conclusive, DeChambeau would demand to be taken back to the area where the transgression did occur, and once back there, he angrily remonstrated with the RNA's rules supremo. Then the President of the United States of America would come into play, all because of Bryson DeChambeau. Respected golf journalist Jeff Shackelford reported and printed, while making his case against a 2-stroke penalty for violating Rule 8.1 following Friday's second round, DeChambeau asked rules officials to bring President Donald Trump into the chippy conversation. More from Shackelford. Sources with knowledge of the 30-minute discussion said DeChambeau wanted POTUS to join a campaign against the eventual 2-stroke penalty that ultimately dropped his score from 66 to 68. The request came after DeChambeau had already been given a rare bit of special dispensation to return to the scene where he'd stomped around tall fescue rough in his backswing. The RNA's card states that a player's scorecard is officially returned to the committee when the player has physically left the recording office/area. After he didn't get his way, The cameras caught DeChambeau telling course officials, "I just won't play tomorrow." He did, and he would finish tied for 14th. The Times recaps it all. President Trump has shown precedent for getting involved in sporting sanctions for U.S. sportsmen this summer. Earlier in the month, at the FIFA World Cup, Trump placed a call to FIFA head Gianni Infantino, asking him to review a red card shown to Folarin Balogun, a striker for the United States men's national team. The team's top scorer subsequently had his ban for the red card suspended, allowing him to play in the round of 16 match against Belgium. Trump denied ordering Infantino to overturn it, but, let's be real. I know they are close. I know that he and Trump likely had many conversations about Bryson joining Live Golf because many of those tournaments were played at Trump-run properties. This was after the January 6th insurrection, and Trump was really down in the dumps. The Saudis were helping him out immensely, in my view. And we don't know how much they paid Trump to put those tournaments together at his respective courses. Bryson goes to Live. It's a disaster. I mean, Live Golf is folding. Shout out Greg Norman, by the way. Great stuff. Great stuff. And so they have been close for a while. I've even seen Eric Trump partying with Bryson DeChambeau, lifting the trophies that DeChambeau has won. What appears to be, them getting drunk together in celebratory fashion. This crybaby weak sauce nonsense needs to stop immediately. If this report is true, and I believe it to be true, a professional golfer whined to, as Tucker Carlson would call him because he is not an ally, he shouldn't be an ally to anybody, Daddy Trump. Bryson wanted to call Daddy Trump to get the President of the United States involved in a golf tournament decision. What? How far have we fallen that the President of the United States, who's probably not doing anything, he's got a lot of executive time, if you know, you know, that he is going to take a call from Bryson DeChambeau and meddle in a golf tournament? What is happening? And why would DeChambeau even say this? But he's not alone. As we went over, Trump called up the president of FIFA, Gianni Infantino, to say, hey, Folarin Balogun, he could really help us against Belgium. He didn't. I mean, the States look terrible. He could really help us against Belgium. You know what? Move the suspension. Let him play. And they did. Now, they'll argue that didn't happen. I don't buy it. I just don't. They have too chummy of a relationship. And it's basically a you scratch my back, I scratch yours. That's what I think happened. And now the precedent has been set that the president will meddle in sporting events if it benefits him and his friends and the country, let's say. He views Bryson DeChambeau as a great American. Why? Because Bryson DeChambeau supports him. He's even said, I like people who like me, and I despise my enemies, and I despise people who don't like me. He's just saying it. We know this. That's the only reason he likes Bryson DeChambeau, is because he and DeChambeau have built this camaraderie over the years. The president has appeared on DeChambeau's golf YouTube channel, and DeChambeau even said that he's going to do more YouTube because he obviously sees the downslope of his career at this point. He's hardly making the cut. I just look at this and all I think of once more, and I know I said this on a previous video today, but the same people, the same crowd who thought that they hated sports and politics are likely going to applaud Bryson DeChambeau for invoking the president's name and the president potentially getting involved.